Diana Hudson was born in 2022 in a hospital in Los Angeles. Her birth mother died of cancer soon after the birth. But Diana was then found by the family that would adopt her.
I don't know why, but I am feeling increasingly like I want to have a baby, even though I am not even an adult yet. And I don't even have a love partner to help me care for it. Aw, you're so cute. Oh, look at how she grabs my finger. Ooh.
Hey, Suzanne, looks like you interact well with the babies. Do you want to be a nurse like your mother?
Perhaps. I'd love to take care of the babies.
There's one in particular you might be interested in. She was born to a mother who was dying of cancer. The mother could have been saved had she terminated the pregnancy, which then would have made chemotherapy possible. Instead, she refused the treatments and carried the baby until she could be delivered by cesarean section. The mother died the next day.
And the baby's father?
No sign of him. Anyway, the mother named the baby Diana before she died. There she is. You want us to adopt a baby?
Yes, Mother. This is a baby who has no one. She needs a family. And I always wanted a sister.
I have no problem with us having a fourth child. Let's sign the paperwork to allow us to take Diana home once you are ready to be released from the hospital.
There's another option. Carla, there is a baby at this hospital who was orphaned after her mother died giving birth to her. If no other family member claims her, she will be a ward of the state and could spend most of her childhood in foster care. We are thinking of adopting her, but I was wondering if you would want her instead. Her name is Diana.
Only if Matthew agrees, since I plan to marry him, he would become Diana's father.
You want us to adopt a baby?
Yes, and I want us to get married too. I think it's time for that.
All right. Let us get married now, and then as newlyweds we can apply to adopt the baby.
Are you ready for this?
Yes, of course. Reverend Jacobs, will you begin? Do you, Matthew Hudson, take this woman, Carla Movinsky, to be your lawfully wedded wife? I do. And do you, Carla Movinsky, take Matthew Hudson to be your lawfully wedded husband?
Yes, I do.
Suzanne Hudson, give Carla and Matthew their wedding rings.
Here they are.
And by the power vested in me by the state of California, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may now kiss.
Now you two can get Diana.
Can we have Diana now? Sure, just sign the documents affirming your wish to be her mother and you can take her home. Thank you for being here with me. I just hope Debbie and her baby will be all right. How long has Debbie been in labor? About 12 hours. Why is this taking so long? I was in labor with you for 15 hours before the doctors finally delivered you via cesarean. It's finally over. Debbie gave birth to her son 10 minutes ago. My grandson. Come see him. Oh, he's so beautiful, Debbie. Let me hold him. Oh, I love you. And Debbie wants to name him Richard Sims. I like that. Is that a reference to your father, Debbie? Yes. Plus, Michael told me his brother who was killed many years ago was named Richard. Now all I want to do is go to sleep. Then I and the others will leave you to it.
The two first met at a summer camp in 2029.
Despite Richard being only 2 years old and Diana being age 7, they were bonded due to some unusual circumstances.
Hi, I'm Richard, your cousin. I'm glad to finally meet you, Helen.
Thanks. And who is this?
This is my other cousin, Annika McKinsey. She is an orphan, so my mother's took her in.
Hello? Hello, Annika. I am Diana Hudson, Suzanne and Laura's niece. I'm glad to meet all of you. I hope we can all be friends.
Sandy Smith arrives at the burned-up section of the forest outside the town.
I was here only a few hours ago and the trees were so tall and beautiful. Now it literally looks like hell. The firefighters say the wildfires are no threat to the town. Its spread to the east was stopped by the creek near the town. Look, here comes Debbie. Mother. Debbie, are the others all right? All except Diana Hudson. Diana Callie has her and is demanding you surrender yourself to her in exchange for her releasing the girl.
Mayor Smith, you've got to save my Diana. She is my niece. My brother Matthew and his wife Carla entrusted their daughter to me and Laura. If something happens to her,
You have my word, your niece will not be harmed. We just have to find those two Dianas soon. Follow me. Diana Callie went this way. Diana Callie and her accomplice have taken Diana Hudson to a peak nearby. They are waiting for you there. Then let's get this over with. Mother, what if Diana Callie tries to kill you? Debbie, I just made a promise to Suzanne Hudson that I would save her niece. If I must die to save the girl, so be it. But I want you and Carrie to promise me one thing tonight. What is it? Do not let Diana Callie escape. Do what you can to punish her for everything she has ever done to us. I swear, as a daughter, a mother, a wife, and a sister, I will make that bitch pay. We both will. Let's get her.
Sandy, you and the others stop right there. Don't come any closer yet.
Diana Callie. Let the girl go. I swear, if you hurt her, nothing will stop us from coming up there and giving you one hell of a beating. You didn't learn from me breaking your nose?
Ha ha ha. I'm not afraid of you. You know why I stole Rich from you all those years ago? To prove I was better than you. My mother taught me that only by beating others could I move up in the world. I beat you once and I will beat you again. Now get your ass up here and face me, bitch.
And Sandy does just that. But as she approaches,
No, I won't be your hostage.
and Diana Hudson turns around and gives George Dawson a kick in the groin. Arg, that little bitch. Diana Hudson runs for her life, while Sandy Smith runs straight at Diana Callie, who then pulls out a gun.
Now to get rid of you.
But Sandy reaches Diana Callie just in time to stop herself from being shot. Meanwhile, Carrie goes after George Dawson.
I don't think that girl kicked you hard enough. Take this.
Alright, I give up. Meanwhile, Sandy Smith and Diana Callie struggle over control of the gun. And Diana Callie falls to the ground. Dead. The two formed a love match between them that would only become stronger and more obvious as they grew older. And both their families approved of this.
It's just amazing how close those two are. Diana told me that her being kidnapped and you almost being killed made her see how special you and Richard are. She wanted to save your life, because the thought of Richard losing his grandmother to that crazed woman Diana Kelly was unbearable.
Well, your Diana was a lot braver than I expected. And she is beautiful too. I would be honored if she someday became my grandson's wife.
You see that potential too? Sometimes you just know things will work out with someone just by the way they are.
Diana, I want to see you at least once a year from now on. Until we can actually live together. There is no other girl I want. You saved my grandmother even while she was trying to save you. I love you.
As long as we have each other, that's all I care about, forever. We are soulmates.
And when Richard was 18 and Diana was 22, they tied the knot in a wedding held in Dallas, Texas.
Richard Sims, do you take Diana Hudson to be your lawfully wedded wife, to love and honor for the rest of your life, forsaking all others, until death parts you? Diana Hudson, do you take Richard Sims to be your lawfully wedded husband, to love and honor for the rest of your life, forsaking all others, until death parts you?
I do.
Then by the power vested in me by the Unitarian Universalist Association, I now pronounce you two partners in marriage. You may now kiss.
Diana, what's wrong? I thought you'd be happy about us finally being married and starting our whole life together.
I am, but there is something I never told you about me. Well, two things actually. And I am so worried you might reject me because of at least one of them.
Try me. You know as well as I do that our marriage can only succeed if we are totally honest and fair with each other. So spit it out.
First, you are not the first person I ever was sexual with. I actually lost my virginity at age 15, with a boy I was attending high school with. He was 17. At the time, you were only 11, and I was thinking that you would find someone in Texas when you were older and forget about me. But then that boy I gave my body to cheated on me with another girl, so I dumped him. And a few months later that other girl had his baby. She could have been me. Can you honestly say you never were with another girl besides me?
Never. I knew that if I could marry anyone right out of high school, it would be you, so I stayed focused on that goal and never accepted any other girl as a love partner. But I don't blame you for looking at someone else. After all, we did live in different states, so I would have been irrational to expect you to wait for me when a girl as beautiful as you had other options. The important thing is that from now on we are committed only to each other and we never cheat. Right?
Yes, I promise. I am yours forever.
I learned from my mothers Debbie and Carrie, as well as my grandmothers Jessica and Lucy, the concept of undying love and loyalty. That as long as they have each other, they will never betray each other, never hurt each other, and always treasure each other by remembering what brought them together to begin with and what makes them so good for each other. What was true of them should be true of us. So, what was the other thing you wanted to tell me?
That I am a product of inbreeding. My adoptive grandfather Daniel Hudson looked into my original background and found out that my original father was also my original grandfather, because he raped his own daughter and got her pregnant. She ran away from home while she was pregnant with me and was also stricken with cancer. She died giving birth to me. I feel so ashamed of my own existence, like I somehow owe my birth mother an apology.
Diana. You did nothing wrong. You were as much a victim of your original grandfather as your birth mother was. Plus, you were adopted and you were raised by parents and grandparents who loved you just as you were. And I can do no less. I will not abandon you because of your past. I only care about the future we will have together.
Thank you, Richard. I love you so much.
For many years, Daniel Hudson worked to find a cure for the genetic disorder that afflicted his daughter Suzanne. Like Diana, Suzanne was adopted into the Hudson family and she was also a product of inbreeding. Suzanne's defects caused her to slowly go blind and also to age much faster than normal. Daniel did succeed in inventing a visor that could be implanted on Suzanne's head to replace her failing eyes. When Daniel Hudson died, he passed on the goal of curing Suzanne's genetic disorder to Diana and Richard, who also had become research scientists. But like Daniel, they couldn't devote all their research efforts to that one goal, because they also had to do research that could be profitable to both them and the companies or agencies they worked for. Eventually, they began to run out of time, because Suzanne became increasingly sick and weak. Desperate to save her life, Richard and Diana finally put her into cryogenic suspension to give them more time to cure her. Later, Richard and Diana joined with Richard's uncle James Smith Bentley to construct a spaceship named the USS Sandy. Among other accomplishments, they flew the ship to Mars in 2016 and Richard and Diana became the first humans to set foot on the Red Planet, thus earning themselves an honored place in history.
Now that we have arrived here, we need to decide who will actually set foot on the surface of the planet. I'd like to go. Me and Diana can take pictures and gather soil samples to be analyzed in our lab. Okay, you two may go. Put on spacesuits and report to the engineering and teleporter room.
Okay, Janet, we are ready to be teleported down. Activating the teleporter.
We made it. Now let's get busy gathering the soil samples and taking pictures.
This is so awesome, Richard. To think we are the first humans to set foot on another planet. We will be even bigger than those Apollo astronauts who landed on the moon.
Yeah, what an achievement.
After returning from Mars, the couple were hired to serve as forensic scientists working for the Dallas Police Department, but they never forgot about Suzanne. And eventually, they returned to doing research on finding a cure for her genetic disorder. And in 2062, they finally succeeded.
How do you feel, Suzanne? I feel like I am no longer dying. Indeed, I feel more alive now than in over 20 years. No more pain. No more weakness. Richard and I fought for your life when others were telling us to give it up and leave you for dead. Now you and Laura can be together again. And I am happy knowing I made this possible. I love you.
And in 2063, Richard and Diana actually won the Nobel Prize in Medicine for their discovery of how to cure genetic disorders. Thus they became world famous for both space exploration and for medical techniques to save or improve millions of lives around the world. The following year, Richard and Diana experienced an even more incredible blessing. Suzanne Hudson repaid the couple for saving her life by volunteering to be a surrogate mother for a baby that would be raised by the couple, thus enabling them to be parents. And so in August of 2064, Suzanne gave birth to a baby girl, Sandy Maria Sims Hudson. She was named after two of her great-grandmothers, Sandy Smith and Maria Hudson. And thus ends the story.